Hey, it's this morning, so we're right on it. You know, we don't normally when we do the full moon, it's back there or up here a few hours or days or whatever, but now, no, this is it this morning. Hi, everybody. Thomas Miller on the Fun Astrology Podcast. It's Monday, July 3rd, and it is Full Moon Monday, 7:38 this morning Eastern Time, and we're on it. Boom, big supermoon this morning, too. Why is it a supermoon? I'm sure you've been following it because typically the moon is around 239,000 miles or 384,000 kilometers from the Earth. Well, this weekend it is 225,000 miles basically, 362,000 kilometers. But the next 4 full moons, so the one a month from now in August, and then the one at the end of August, it's actually August dates, but let's say around the 1st of September, and then the end of September are all going to be closer to the Earth. So 4 big full moons in the sky coming up. If you didn't catch it last night, certainly tonight is a great night to do it. Was a little closer last night, but you'll get it. And I know for those of us on the eastern side of the United States that the haze from these fires has been a factor, so hopefully it'll be clear where you are. So since we're sitting right on the full moon energy right now this morning, let's talk about what the structure of this energy is. The moon is in Capricorn and the full moon is at 11 degrees 18 minutes. So the sun is opposite over there in Cancer. So I'll tell you something that I just have locked into my mind, and it works well as a starting place. You can synthesize this any different set of directions, but when you see Capricorn and Cancer on a line, maybe it's like this, the full moon, one planet in Capricorn, one planet in Cancer, or maybe it's the nodes of the moon opposite each other. Whatever it is, whenever you see a contrast between Cancer and Capricorn, think in your heart, in your head. It's one of the most stark yin-yang combinations of oppositions there is in the chart. And it's a beautiful yin-yang, too. You have to feel it to the depth of your bones and your heart and your soul and your intuition, Cancer. And then you move it into the practicality of application. You build structure around it, and you build a solid foundation that will last forever. And then you climb the mountain, the sea goat. And with that Cancer inspiration behind you, you can pretty well be assured it's the right mountain. And you know, if you do get off on the other side and you flip that and you kind of come from your head first, Capricorn, it's driven by the mind, the thinking mind, it's, you know, driving an agenda, then your intuition will steer the course and get you back on course. So it's really a beautiful combination of oppositions in the chart. So as you think about the full moon today, think about that balance between your soul and your mind, between your heart and your ability to get things done. And the midpoint, so the exact spot in between the sun and the moon, is 11 degrees 18 minutes, Libra. So there's a balance to this. If you catch on to it, feel that balance today too. Let there be harmony and peace on earth. So if you wanted to stand for something today as part of your meditation around the full moon, let it be that. Let it be the peace and the harmony that is represented by Libra, the balance. It's a perfect metaphor for today. Let's throw another one on here. How about releasing around the full moon, right? New moons create, full moons release. How about releasing old structures that don't serve you anymore? How about going inside and letting your heart tell you which ones those are? There's one other piece that I think we can focus on in a really positive way in this chart, and it involves Saturn, because Saturn is trine to the sun. It's 5 degrees. It's not spot on, and that's why most of your chart software probably is not going to acknowledge it in a sextile to the moon, because it's a little wider orb than most people recognize for a sextile. But let's just say that Saturn is tied into this. 5 degrees is enough, okay. Sextile to the moon, trine to the sun. One of those legs of that big, beautiful, grand trine that's been in the chart for the last, about 10 days or so. But as it moves on, and as we reflect, there's the reflection of the full moon. If something has pivoted in your world lately, perhaps maybe in the last couple of weeks, and especially if you've seen God's hand involved in it in some kind of way, I think the reflection around this full moon is that it was and is a positive for your karmic path, because Saturn is also trining the south node of the moon. So it's about shaking out old stuff. See, there's a repeating double theme. We've got a full moon with the moon in Capricorn, and we have Saturn connected to the other side of that, the sun, and also connected to the south node of the moon. That's shaking things loose. We'll talk about this more tomorrow as we talk about the general structure of the chart for July. But for right now, just know that if anything is being pried apart, and you might be thinking about resisting or, I don't want to have to go through this, but realize that whatever's happening is happening for your good. This is a trine. This is powerful. These are two trines, actually. So the universe is working for you. So just let go of that grip, the full moon releasing. Be willing to let go of that grip a little bit more. This full moon will serve well, and it is close to the earth, so it's close to our hearts. Enjoy the show in the sky if you didn't catch it last night, and we'll see you back tomorrow, and we will talk about what the month ahead looks like. Ow!